Greetings, friends, and welcome to Enigma Night Gaming. My name is Liara, and I will be your guide in today's adventure. Today, we're playing Orwell, keeping an eye on you. And last time, well, our keeping an eye on people didn't go quite as well as we expected. Unfortunately, our prime suspect, Nina, was killed in the line of police action. So, today, we are undoubtedly going to catch some heat for that. But who is really behind this? Is Goldfels deserve a second look? It seems he may have been instigating things more than we suspected. Without further ado, let's hop into the game. Episode 4, The Memory Hole. Oh boy. What's this one gonna be about? Oh, back again, I still can't believe what happened yesterday. Yeah, no kidding. We got the perpetrator of the bombings. Everything looks that way, but at what cost? It was a pretty high cost, I would say. I mean, did we do the right thing? Flagging Miss Maternova as dangerous? Did we kill her in the end? So that's the thing. Like, I don't know if she was dangerous. She could have just been severely unstable, and that can turn violent. So I really don't know. Ugh, I wish you could talk to me, at least this one time. Speaking into this one-way channel feels like barking at a wall endlessly. Worst of all, as you found out, Abraham Goldfels seems to have incited and planned the assaults. We need to get him today. I agree. There must be some lead on him we have overlooked. We'll keep observing all others in case we learn something new. All right, well, let's check this out. Maternova. This was the, what we had in the police database. We arrested her yesterday. Oh, we got something on the listener. Harrison O'Donnell? Oh, from Juliet to Harrison O'Donnell. Ugh, yeah, O'Donnell speaking. Harrison, this is Juliet. Isn't this your office number? You're working on Sunday? Look, as much as I appreciate that I'm once again so important to you, I'm a bit in between things. Harrison, Nina is dead. Not funny. Take a look at the TMB if you don't believe me. I guess that's what he's doing now. What the? What? She's been associated with the Bonton bombings. I can't believe it. Nina, you stupid piece of... Why? There's more. I spoke to her yesterday. She called me. I've never heard her so scared. Said she was being tracked by someone and needed to skip town. She just wanted to let me know what was going on, in case anything happened to her. Then she packed a few things and went on her way. Wait. What do you mean by tracked by someone? She suspected someone to be wiretapping her calls. She wasn't exactly willing to talk about it. I don't know for sure, but I think it could have been the police. Oh, this is brilliant. How long until they discover the connection to us, huh? They might be listening to this very call as we speak about Nina. Well... Why would they do that? We didn't do anything. Or did you? No, but it's becoming blatantly obvious that those buttheads are trying to set us up. The government bombs were exactly where we held our protest. The bombs were exactly where we held our protest, and those letters with the song Abe obsessed about. And now you tell me you have been in contact with Nina just yesterday? Pretty much the proof they've been waiting for. We're cooked. Huh? You really believe the government has it in for us? I thought you and the government were best friends forever. Now, after reading your opinion pieces, for what reason would they be after us? Why now? What did we do? Speaking up against them one too many times? What do I know? We should seek help, just in case. Help? Who's gonna help us? Joseph Langley might be worth a shot. I think that's the lawyer of Cassandra. Who? Cassandra's lawyer, don't you remember? A frickin' lawyer? What do you want him to do? Bust law enforcement? The government? He understands our situation. Abe also knew Joseph. I talked to him recently. Bah, really, Jules? They make the laws. They break the laws. We will need to speak in a language they'll understand, not one they own. So I take it you've got a much better plan, huh? We need to get people on our side. Turn things around. Abraham knew that. Yeah, you're right. He did know that. So now you're set on miraculously achieving something that Thought spent 1.5 years attempting? This is not about Thought. This is me defending myself. Well then, what's your defense plan? There's this guy. A guy? Uh-huh. Goes by the name Initiate. I think that's the hacker, right? Might actually be a girl. Who cares? Look, this Hackham Thought blog. It was a very elaborate hack. Our site is super safe. I'm not an amateur. That guy, girl, whatever skill. An initiate mentioned having no sympathy for the government. You're gonna trust a random hacker who targeted Thought simply because he said he doesn't like the government? Why would he first threaten us and then work with us? Leave it to me, Jules. I'll persuade Initiate with ease. Imagine the possibilities with our own hacker. Okay, you know what? Have it your way. I'll have it mine. Arguing like the good old days. Is your you tell all Elias still Julesy care? Might be more secure than calling each other. Yeah, it is. Let's get going. There goes my chilled Sunday morning. My mind is still spinning about what happened to poor Nina. Watch yourself, okay? What, are you worried about me? Jules, I didn't know you still... Ugh, no, bye, Harry. Alright, so let's quickly add her utel alt so we can pick up anything that she may be communicating about. Alright, what else did we have? Abe knew Joseph. Okay, so that is important, I feel like. Let's add this, because this is all... everything's connected. And we are trying to get information about Goldfels. They knew each other. Very well. This could be a new lead. I will request to consider Joseph Langley a target. Yet another person in our database because we're so convinced we're doing the right thing, huh? We have clearance to proceed. We're going to need to know some basics on who Joseph Langley is. Remember to check old sources. Other than that, focus on hints to Abraham Goldfels. He is the center, the crux of all this. All right. We have Lingsley on there. Believes the government wants to set Thought up. I think that's probably legit. That's like a motive, right? Seems to be the natural reaction. They must be setting us up because we didn't do anything for sure. I almost understand it. Almost. Alright. Working on Sunday. I guess let's add that because that could be significant. Let's see. I don't know if he'll say anything about it. Saturday, Sunday, she sure works a lot, but then again, so do we. Indeedy we do. Join forces. Okay, so this is from Harrison to Initiate. I have no idea who you are and why you suspect us of being involved in the Botan bombings. Were these usual circumstances, I wouldn't care less about a weirdo like you. But you just told me in your last email you would now tend to another. Well, have a look at the TMB. Is this the person you wanted to tend to? Sure enough, you will have some serious explaining to do, and it won't be to me, if you get what I mean. Lucky you, I'm not writing to continue this ridiculous battle, or whatever this is. Now we've made ourselves comfortable in the same sinking ship. I want to suggest something better than battling each other. You claim to be righteous, then be righteous. Become a member of Thought. You said you're not on the government side, so why not be on ours? Okay, so, oops. We need to add that to Harrison's. He's still trying to recruit people? Right. I thought Mr. O'Donnell left Thought. Now he's actively recruiting for the group. Makes his exit seem unlikely. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking. Alright. Let's go check what we had here. So, when prompted to surrender, the suspect instead shouted out aggressively while producing a firearm, aiming at one of the executing special agents. The suspect then opened fire, wounding Special Agent Redacted on the left shoulder. In defense, Special Agent Redacted drew his pistol and returned fire, as the situation briefing had already suggested to proceed with extreme caution. The suspect was hit in the chest twice, causing her to collapse. An ambulance was called, but the paramedics were unable to resuscitate the target. Time of death was announced at the scene. I mean, she did draw a gun on cops, like, regardless of what you feel like. I don't know. Alleged perpetrator of Botan bombings dead. Let's see. Nina M., alleged perpetrator... Listen, I don't like the reports either. We need to cover the fact that this happened somewhere in public. We cannot frighten people. Sometimes their truth and ours have to divert for the common good. Uh-oh, what does this say? Alleged perpetrator of the Bonton bombings was dishonorably discharged in 2011. The perpetrator of the recent attacks across Bonton is dead. A special forces team stormed the flat of Nina M. yesterday evening after evidence suggested that she was the lead suspect in the case. When confronted by the special forces, Nina M. drew a firearm and fired at police. The team returned fire, killing the suspect in the process. Upon searching the apartment of the deceased, special forces discovered nearly half a dozen additional homemade explosive devices, which Nina had created with easily accessible chemicals. I feel like that's definitely a lie. Let's see. Easily accessible chemicals, hardware, and military equipment. Investigative forces have indicated that the military-grade equipment belonged to Nina M. during her military service, which she was allowed to keep when she was dishonorably discharged in 2011, because, yeah, that's totally going to happen. Whether this might pose a motive for Nina M. to commit the assault is only speculative at this time. Upon receiving the news, Secretary of Security Catherine Delacroix showed relief. Our endeavor to find this evil individual has finally been crowned with success. I have never had any doubt about the capability of our investigative methods. This concludes a dark chapter in the history of Bonton and all the nation, Delacroix stated. Really? I wonder if her picture is still screwed up. Do we have some other? Let's see. Heavy rainstorm ravages Bonton. Strong squalls of low Matilda uproot trees, damage cars, and buildings in the Bonton Fairview area. 4 people injured. Let's see. This is on Winston Street and Fairview. Multiple cars are buried under trees. Forecasts had predicted bad weather for Saturday, but no one had been expecting harrowing results of this magnitude. Trees were uprooted in Bonton Fairview area, obstructing streets and burying cars underneath them. Luckily, there have been no casualties reported, and with only 4 people being injured. In contrast to that, the material damage is expected to reach into the millions. Firefighters in the area were called to more than 300 operations and temporarily had a hard time to respond. Meteorologists have confirmed that the storm caused by Low Matilda is among the 10 worst rainstorms in the history of Bonton and Fairview since the very beginning of weather recordings. Oh boy. Okay, so what else do we got? Exclusive interview with gym founder Ronson. Does that name someone we know? Our very own Jeffrey Paxton got the exclusive chance to interview gym founder Tyler Ronson after he opened his 100th fitness studio. Let's see. TNB. Who is TNB? I guess, I don't know. Oh, that's the news article. Okay, so this is the blue is the news article, and then the other one is this Tyler Ronson. Your startup just opened the 100th gym in the nation. How does that make you feel? Good. The Projection magazine reported you actually went to the grand opening in person to test out all the equipment. Let me emphasize this. Every single piece. By yourself. Before you would give the green light. Is that accurate? Of course. I did that in every gym studio I've opened. Really? You must be kidding me for sure. I do not kid. So, I understand you come from a pretty poor background. Your family had 6 children to feed, and your father was unable to find work for a large amount of your childhood. How did you overcome these obstacles to become a nationwide respected entrepreneur? My father always told my brothers and me, boys, there is not a problem you cannot solve. Go out to face whatever hinders you and punch it in the face as hard as you can. So I did exactly that. An interesting metaphor. It's not a metaphor. I mean, okay. What do you mean by that? I went out to the bank of my parents. They were highly indebted to this bank. I went straight to the manager and punched him in the face as hard as I could. I have to admit, I am well surprised to say the least. What effect did that have? First, he went down pretty hard, hit his head on the glass table, but when he recovered, he was impressed by my strength and boldness. He suggested an investment model for a gym chain. I then came up with the name Gym. Very creative. So what does Gym stand for anyway? I think you never actually told anyone. Will you tell our readers? It stands for Gym. It's all capitals because I thought it would look like it had more energy that way. Wow. So you're literally just a meathead. Okay. Procedure, closing, raises, manipulation. Okay, so this is where we can get some more information on where is he? Langley. We can add his photo. Okay. So we've actually already read this. Let's see if there's any information. I think it's just the picture is the only thing we can add to that. So let's see what else we got. Harrison's timeline. What all do we got here? Off to a show to start on this chilled Sunday morning. This is going to be my day. I can feel it. Oh, in case anybody does recognize the woman next to me, let me know. Just kidding, very obviously. Don't be mad at me, Marka. That's his girlfriend. So this is the life when you get good money from the National Corruptor. I get it now. Oh boy. I don't know that there was anything new to add, but people liked that comment. Alright, what do we have at the party? Leaders of the nation. Is this one changed back, I assume? Yeah, okay, so it no longer has her evil picture on there. So, it's back to normal. Alright, I think that's almost everything. Notable alumni. Who do we have here? Oh, yeah, okay. So, he was here. New portrait. Well, that was some time ago, wasn't it? Yes, it was. We should probably change it to his more recent picture. Alright, he opened his own law office in the city of Bonton some years after his graduation from Stellington in 1992. Alright. Let's see. What else do we got? Welcome. LOJL, Law Offices of Joseph Langley. Okay, profile. After my release from prison, I got involved in a violent knife fight and was facing a jail term for parole violation. Joseph submitted a plea mitigation, which was granted. Now I'll just spend 6 months in community service, then I'm a free man again. Oh boy. Meet Mr. Joseph Langley, your reliable partner in law. Okay, new photo. It looks a little bit different, but sure. Joseph Langley studied criminal law at Stellingen University in Bonton, and this instantly after his graduation in 1992, Joseph Langley partnered with Catherine Delacroix, a fellow student who is now officiating as Secretary of Security in the government, to found a criminal law office of their own, Delacroix and Langley Legal. Huh, interesting. It's all tying together. Wow. I didn't even know she had a law career going before she actively joined politics. Mr. Langley definitely has been around. Indeed. So far, so good on Mr. Langley's background. Excluding the connection to Delacroix, everything seems unsurprising. What we need to know right now are his connections to Abraham Goldfels and possibly other members of Thought. We can go back to some of his conversations with Cassandra. Let's see. When Mrs. Delacroix realized her ambition for politics in 1997, she and Mr. Langley decided to part ways. Joseph Langley kept his office, which was renamed to Law Offices of Joseph Langley. Since then, Joseph Langley has largely taken the side of the defense in the courtroom innumerable times. His record includes everyday cases as well as high-profile media-fueled trials. Let's check out the listener. All right. Hello, am I talking to Joseph Langley? Hello there. Yes, you are. And who would you be? I'm Juliet, Cassandra's friend. We spoke a couple of days ago. Yes, of course. Hi. Hey, Juliet, how can I help you? Honestly, I don't quite know where to start. By the way, I heard from Cassandra. I'm sorry I didn't get back to you yet. Really? That's good. Where is she? It's not so good. She got arrested. What? Why? This was because she was suspected, right? Juliet's going to end up putting it all together, I bet. I was informed Cassandra had been taken into custody. Apparently they had new evidence regarding the attack on that officer. I tried to call immediately, but they claimed she didn't want to talk to me. That is their official statement. Where did they suddenly dig up new evidence from? Let's see who's going to be on to us. They're going to figure out Orwell. I have no idea, but I've just had it with their shenanigans. It's just so annoying I cannot talk to her. I've been trying every precedent I know to get in contact with her. Joseph, this sadly aligns perfectly with another incident. You've probably read the TMB today. You mean about the Bonton bombings perpetrator? Yes, that woman that died, Nina. She was a friend, and also a member of our group Thought. Oh no, I'm so sorry, I had no idea. It's okay, you couldn't possibly have known. You're right, this is very troubling. Come on, finish typing. Come to think of it, Abraham asked me for a favor for someone called Nina once quite some time ago. I hope it wasn't this Nina. Let's go ahead and drag that over. Might be. I doubt Abe knew many other people named Nina. What was the favor about? A favor for Miss Martinova. This could be important. Follow this lead. Oh, it was just a small thing, nothing of importance. I just spoke to Harrison, another member of our group. We agree the police might be investigating us next. They might be onto everyone in Thought now. They might lock us up straight away. I mean, can they do that? Well, even with the safety bill in place, they still need solid indication you're at all involved in the actual bombings. Although, honestly, I'm not sure what constitutes as solid indication these days. Is there anything we can do? That you can do, maybe? I don't know. What can the lawyer do? Juliet, I appreciate that you have come to me. It really is worrying, and I would take this on immediately were it not for Cassie. What about her? I made the mistake to set false priorities once. I owe Cassandra to get her out of this first. Okay. Joseph, Nina is dead. She got shot. There's no telling if we're next. If I'd be in that situation, I would be trying to get my girlfriend out of there too. Oh well. I need time to read some more specialized codes of law again, write some emails, see if there is legal limbo or basically anything I can do for Cassandra. Maybe I'll come across something that might help you as well. After all, these cases seem connected. It's all I can offer. I hope you understand. I do. It's kind of a relief, thank you. I wish I could do more. I will let you know. Okay, bye. Goodbye, Juliet. Alright, let's go back to this. He worked at law offices of Joseph Langley. Self-employed, and then he had a partner from 1992 to 1997. He went to Stelligan University. Years abroad. Interesting. He was in Argentina. And military service. Huh. I wonder if he knew... Did he know Nina? Or that was before her time, right? I don't know. I doubt that means he has any combat experience. Yeah, probably not. Alright, what else do we got? Expertise. My wife made a complaint about me being abusive, and I got charged with assault and battery for it. I turned to Joseph Langley, who successfully impeached her credibility. The scales of justice tipped in my favor, thanks to this man. We have experience you can rely on. Joseph Langley knows how to handle cases of various complexity. In his many years as justice advocate, he has gained invaluable skills in a widespread area of the law. He engages in cases in the following areas: assault, violent crimes, domestic violence, drug possession, gun possession, driving under the influence, corruption, contract violations. That one seems wildly out of proportion to the others. Forgery and fraud, identity theft, copyright infringements, parole and probation violations. What is this in like ascending order or descending order of violence? I mean, Joseph Langley's track record include the lion's share scandal, which received nationwide media coverage in 2010. In that case, he defended construction entrepreneur Elwood Hendricks, who had taken on a governmental contract for highway construction. I feel like we heard this reference before. When it became apparent his road pavement was of inferior quality than paid for, Hendricks' firm became subject to corruption investigations. Joseph Langley took on the defense for Hendricks, during which he was able to convincingly argue that Hendricks was actually acted on behalf of Secretary of Transportation Greenway. Okay. Who had taken the largest part of the money put aside in the fraudulent process. The case ended with a minor sentence for Hendricks, whereas Greenway had to step down and was sentenced to imprisonment. Yeah, I remember perfectly well. No way anybody missed that case at the time. That was either courageous or dumb. Seemingly, it turned out to be the former for some time. Now, it might be the latter. Could be. I have one more link. Contact. My son was charged for reportedly having dealt drugs at his school. Joseph Langley was able to convince the jury this was all big a misunderstanding. Jeffrey is now a carefree boy again. Mr. Langley truly is a tower of strength when it comes to criminal law. All right. Are you facing criminal charges? Don't hesitate to contact us. Never bet or rely on your luck when it comes to criminal charges. Bet on us. If you require assistance, consultation, or simply have a question, don't hesitate a second to call. All right, so we have a phone number or send an email to. Our offices are located in the heart of Bonton. Come visit us at any time. Or come visit us. Please contact us in advance to schedule an appointment. Thank you. All right. We have something on listener. Oh my goodness, we have so many. This is from the hacker, from Initiate. Troubling, very troubling. I am sorry for what happened, but answer me this one. How can I join Thought when I am already a part of it? Do we have Initiate somewhere? Let's see. Initiate. How do we... Can we put this? No, we can't. How do we... Send me your answer. Timelines, TNA, Web Warrior. Interesting. Do we... Okay, so do we have... Let me see. Initiate. Okay, we do. New portrait. That is definitely not your portrait. Status, friend me to get express security flaw news. Points out security flaws on timeline. Okay. Warrior of the web. That's definitely... I think let's just... Well... What if we put this? I'm just curious what happens if we drag that on there. Is Sam's gonna no comment? Yeah, he's gonna make a comment of no comment. You could have just had no comment, my guy. Birthday. I feel like that's not right. I feel like the omnipresent interwebs entertaining the masses. Initiate likes giraffes with hats, lazy passwords, National Bread Eating Olympics, all the memes. And so it begins. The Web Warrior hereby declares the Data Wars on all of you. Data Wars? What's Data Wars? Tell apart what's right or wrong about me and here, and thou shalt be rewarded. It's a trap. See what I did here? Or see what I did there? Taking my trophy to the next copy shop to print it in large format, then hang it over my bed. Oh, you made my day. That's exactly what she deserves. Really like what you're doing, my friend. Thanks, a man must serve. Let's see. Community, listen everyone. Initiate made a little game for you. I call it Horn versus Horn, and it will be available for everyone to play soonish. Those of you who want to play it right now, drop me a line and I'll get you invited to the beta test. Interesting. So close. This sucks. I lose it. This every time. Are you not entertained? You're cheating. No way, Jose. My game's entirely fair. You need to learn to play as much as you need to improve your orthography. Open letter to Victor Rosen. Dear Victor, you are my idol. I really admire you and your style. You've got an awesome tech company you call your own and wear shiny snake leather boots that have probably been assembled by children in Slovakia. So many hipsters look up to you, wanting to be just a little more like you. There is not much more a man could want in life. Something is bothering me, though. As the bright star of the tech world, you've got to improve your security. Look, if I used a login like VR Hosen and a password it wouldn't be a big deal. No one would care. But for a luminous figure like yourself, just imagine what would happen when somebody who's nothing as benevolent as myself would find out those out and post them openly. Say on timelines or in any other social media platform. Say, posting it on timelines, you say? Embarrassing, wouldn't it be? All I demand in return is to have a chat with you personally. There's something that's been bothering me for quite some time now, even though I got a glimpse into the Rose and Ivory Tower already. You were never available, so let's give that another try. I use a chat tool called Silent Scream. Let's see, of course he would have gone there. Everyone I know who's remotely into tech or programming wants to work there, which is quite mind-boggling to me. They actually hire a lot of interns, and only a very few people ever get permanent contracts. A tool called Silent Scream, I've written that myself, which will connect to any other chat tool, so use whatever you like. My nick for Silent Scream is Root. Okay. Looking forward to hearing from you. Well, I can imagine Rosen kicking butts with his leather boots right now. Is that for real? For real as myself. Tried the password, didn't work, fake. He probably changed it ASAP. He ever get into that chat with you? No chat, no message, no nothing. Bummer. I thought so highly of him. Interesting. So we've got quite a few things. I don't know about that birthday. I feel like that's wrong. I don't know. I guess we drag it and see what happens. I feel like the year is wrong, though. Kind of old for a hacker. Perhaps he's a little green alien living on a swamp planet. He's Yoda. All right. Let's see. Let's look and see. Oh, we had more things on listener, didn't we? Urgent request. This is from Joseph Langley. Laverne, please excuse me mailing you on a Sunday, but I have an urgent matter at hand. I am driving to the office now. I need to use my private notebook. Where are you? We're about to go dig into your computer. I'm driving to the office now, and I need to use my private notebook. Can you please unlock the ID for our local network server and server for me? Thank you, and have a nice Sunday. Oh, there's one thing I need to mention. The head engineer warned me that apparently there was a glitch that caused devices we were monitoring to malfunction at times. You needn't worry now, though. The issue has now been fixed. Lovely. Alright, well, let's check this. Joseph's notebook. We have mails. Request concerning investigative custody of my client from Kay Sanders. Dear Mr. Langley, regarding your request to release your client, Cassandra Watergate, from investigative custody, we unfortunately have to inform you that your request has been denied. Though it is true, Miss Watergate is undoubtedly not directly involved in incidents known as the Bonton bombings, we have multiple indications connecting Miss Watergate to a group known as Thought, which is in turn associated with the alleged perpetrator of said bombings. Investigations have also brought up new evidence in the earlier case of the injury of a police officer, which demands reopening of said criminal cases. Okay, so we kind of already knew that. We are meeting. What is listener? What do we got going on here? Oh man, helping hand. Hello, Joseph. I assume you know who I am. It has come to my attention that one of your clients, a certain Cassandra Watergate, is currently held in investigative custody. As far as I'm informed, both of you have some kind of liaison. While this is not of my concern, it's heartbreaking to know lovers are apart from each other. I'm in a position to change that if you deliver incriminating material for a person named Abraham Goldfels, a member of the activist group Thought, of whom I know you have been in contact with. Let me know if you're willing to assist me, and I will see to it Cassandra receives a helping hand as well. Are you kidding me? Is this our hacker friend again? I mean, the grammar is definitely not the same. Alright, what else do we got? Joseph, it is done. Don't work too much. Okay. I have not been in contact with Abram Goldfels for a long time. I cannot meet your demands. I will deliver additional information on members of the activist group Thought. Only if you mind our agreement. Cassandra Watergate must be set free. Tomorrow, not today later. Huh. I didn't expect him to give in so easily. Let's wait and see where this goes next time he talks to members of Thought. I wonder if, he's, we don't know who he's talking to. Alright, dear Mr. Yang, I would like to thank you for the business meeting. It was great to finally meet you in person. Your case truly deserves a dedicated and equally experienced lawyer. After some carefully conducted consideration, it is with utmost regret that I have to inform you I do not have the capacities required for a case of this complexity at this time. Okay. It would not be desirable to go into this case half-heartedly. I'm sure you understand my decision. Again, thank you for your trust and effort put into your proposal. My hope is to be able to work with you again on a future case when circumstances have changed. Until then, I wish you all the best with your case. What? Why did you put your bank account on there, my guy? Like, really? I don't understand that, but okay. Once again, I want to thank you for having been available to meet so spontaneously last Thursday evening. Although I do not wish to rush you, you will understand that in a case like ours, time is of the essence. Therefore, I wanted to ask whether or not you've already come to a decision. Okay, so I don't know what that's all about, but seems a little crazy. Feedback on your request. This is from Karen Manilow. All right. Hey, Joseph, I've gone through your books for the third time this morning as you requested, and sadly, I can only confirm what I told you earlier. You may not notice it right now because it's a slow decline, but you're on your way to hit rock bottom some black day in the future if this business train continues. Excuse me for sounding like a broken record. Business isn't running so well, it seems. Too few crimes, I suppose. We must be doing something, right? I mean, yeah, considering all the stuff that he's supposed to help with. Excuse me for sounding like a broken record, but these are the major issues I see. Apart from your number of clients dropping steadily, your expenses since the end of 2016, especially via that credit card of yours, went up by a whopping 218%. Any idea what the reason for that might be? That's got to be Cassandra, right? Then there is this recurring donation that's been going on for some time. I can respect if you want to help out a friend or something, but you have to stop at some point, seriously. If all those expenses are a must, I would definitely agree with laying off Mrs. Winters, as you mentioned. Due to the fact that your clients are dropping anyway, why have a dedicated secretary around any longer than needed? Ugly, but not of our concern. I mean, it could be. Or get her to work part-time, or find someone who will work part-time for a lower hourly rate, ideally. I mean, it could be motive, you know, like, it doesn't necessarily have to be. That was office, right? Okay. Now let's check his private emails. I need to ask you for a favor. Oh, it's from Abraham Goldfels. You liar. You said you haven't been in contact with him recently. My dear friend in dubio. Okay. If I may address you by that name once more. Ah, now we're friends. Maybe this friendship is worth investigating further. I hope this mail found you in good health. First of all, I would like to apologize for not having been able to write you as often as I should have. I hope you don't think I avoid writing due to asking you about ongoing financial support for Nina. It wasn't that. I should not have asked in the first place, and yet here I am asking again. You might have supported the Bonson bombing's perpetrator? We really have to investigate this further. Look for hints if there really was ongoing financial support. I mean, we'll check his bank in a minute. There is a young woman. Her name is Cassandra, who is a member of my debate club. She has undeservedly just stumbled into trouble very recently and requires nothing but the best defense attorney. Of course, you sprung immediately to mind after the wonderful job you did as counsel for my case. Without doubt, you must have heard about the riots at Freedom Plaza 2 days ago, probably also about the injured police officer. And so the circle is complete, exactly. I will not beat around the bush. Cassandra is the prime suspect for said injury, so taking on this case might bring some PR headwind with it. She claims not to have done the deed, and I am willing to believe her. Should you be willing to take on her legal defense, I would be more than grateful. I will cover any costs in full, whatever you might need. Let me know your thoughts. What case did he help him with? We have so much stuff to go through, man. So this is why they knew each other. Abraham Goldfels was his client. Which raises the question, what was his case about? That's what I'm wondering. Sys, browser history. It was cleared by the user. Pictures. Certificate of Appreciation. This certifies that Joseph Langley is an active supporter of the Children of Parges Foundation, a charitable association dedicated to the purpose of financially and materially aiding children in the war-torn country of Parges. I've been skeptical about this foundation, but they have been officially approved as a beneficial operation. I guess it's a good cause after all. This certificate is issued due to Mr. Joseph Langley's outstanding ongoing financial support of our action over the years. We wish to express gratitude and appreciation to him. Okay. He has a wedding picture. Married. Wait a second. This is in conflict with something we haven't discovered yet. Okay. Hobbyist fisherman. Okay, interesting. Okay. All right. Dancing in the rain. That's Cassandra, so. All right, the wedding picture I'm not sure about. We'll have to see. What do you got in the trash, sir? Nothing? All right, what do we have? We have a listener. Harrison O'Donnell. Hello? Anyone there? He's talking to the hacker. Ah. Oh boy. So you found your way here, Harrison. He's so slow at typing. Digging through your TL was a pain in the butt. Why didn't you just tell me you wanted to chat? When you told me what happened to Nina, I went straight on to research. I got the impression that the Gov is up to no good. Great work, Captain Obvious. I did find something you won't like a bit. Oh boy. Orwell, where is his thing, Orwell? What is Orwell? That's a good question. Seems it's a system that can put everything on the web under surveillance. Oh no, we did everything to keep it outside of the nation until we were ready for a revelation. Now, it's unfortunate people have become aware of it ahead of time. We must tread very carefully for now. They will not speak so openly any longer, I fear. And now he's aware of it too. That's a good question. Seems it's a surveillance system that can put everything on the web under surveillance. What exactly do you mean, everything? Everything as in this very convo. Every call, webpage, maybe PCs, whatever. You're full of crap. I'm not. I wish I was. Let's assume for a sec you're right. How do they pull this stuff off? Storage alone is one thing, but actively going through all of it? They outsource surveillance to people outside the nation. Those people are supposed to collect pieces of data from websites of all kinds of communication and whatnot and send it to the Orwell mainframe. Has very good connection. Okay. It's safe to assume nothing is safe anymore. How come we've never heard of it? Even more importantly, how come you have? A real hacker network, huh? Unfortunately, we can't go after people outside of the nation. I have very good connection to some hackers outside the nation. They knew a thing or two about secret recruiting for this stuff without letting people in the nation know. Don't know how exactly they pull it off, but they do. And that also explains what happened to Nina, I guess. This is so crazy. They have no decency, no respect for privacy. He misspelled respect. And for Nina, this is everything we fought against. Harrison, don't. You need to watch your tongue. I do not need to watch my tongue. Please chill, man, or we will regret it. Oh, I will never chill until this madness stops. I already got an idea, tailor-made for you. Man, if you discuss like that here, you'll get us both locked up. Let's meet somewhere then. Yeah, and say the word and they will be there too. There must be something we can talk about with the possibility of someone snooping around. We can't stand around doing nothing. Well, there's one thing. It's a bit risky. What is it? You are using my chat tool right now as well, aren't you? Well, if I wanted to live my life in a cage, I'd go live in a zoo. This system needs to be shut down. Yeah, it's abominable, but yeah, I am. This tool has a built-in cipher. It's a custom encryption algorithm written by me, easy to break but off the record, and that's what we need. They probably cannot break this, not right away. Gives us a couple of messages, probably. What are you waiting for? Go for it. Is there something else we can do here? I I don't know. We're gonna have to check those out in just a second. Okay, I'll activate it now. Just remember to write quickly and keep your fingers crossed. This will work it all. Do we have any other chats that we can do? I don't see. I'm getting reports of an unknown cryptography here. Don't worry, Orwell should be able to break the encryption in mere seconds. Let's see. Oh boy. We can't break it. Oh man. Ugh. This is so frustrating. What all did they say? It could work. They said a bunch of stuff. I will need some time to localize the entry point, and then I'll only have seconds. One thing, what will you do with what I find there? Start a war on the government. Oh boy. Man, I don't know. You talking of war gives me the chills. If it's war he wants, he shall have one. We will have Mr. O'Donnell arrested before long. I can at least be certain of that. You already told me you don't have any love for the government. You are already part of thought. Now prove it. Your chance to do something with relevance to do it instead of hacking people's sites for fun. Oh well. Okay, fine. Time to get to work. Don't forget to send me your stuff. O'Donnell out. The National Beholder just published. Oh, best see for yourself. Before I do that, though, let's see, what is this? Mr. O'Donnell, it has been brought to our attention you have actively participated in suspicious groups in the past or present. I consider it to be unnecessary to elaborate how this is against the work regulations and our expectations of neutrality towards every journalist employed by the National Beholder. We hereby inform you that the immediate termination of our work contract regarding the National Opinion column and any other articles, texts, or reports. Ouch. As a side effect of the leak, probably. I wonder what else got out to the TMB. And most of all, who did this? Let's see what else we have. There was something. Was there another thing? Oh yeah, thought. We need to add that to initiate. He's already part of thought. He is a member already? Why didn't we find any hints at his history with thought then? I mean, that's just what he says. Alright, what do we got? Freedom is unfree. What is here? Abraham pretty much predicted all of this for the web. So you're the guys who bombed the Freedom Memorial, huh? I hope you guys die of cancer, you traitors. I don't get why someone would kill people to get their message through. They will get you all arrested, every last one of you. Oh, they're getting all kinds of stuff. We have been brought to the Freedom Memorial since we were kids at school. We were told lavish tales about the founders of the nation, told to show national pride. Alright, what else do we have? There's so much information. Is there something here that's new? Oh man, there's so much stuff. Activist group, you're terrorists, nothing more. You dare judge about life and death, judge not lest you be judged. Target for DDoS attack acquired. Server crash incoming. Why you hide articles? Why? Oh man, they're getting hacked. What is this? Is this group responsible for the Bonton bombings? Uh-oh. No wonder. I imagine you're looking my way now, aren't you? I have absolutely no idea who leaked this info. Certainly not me. Oh man. Only very few people can access the data on our backend. This doesn't exactly aid us in our investigations. Quite the opposite, probably. We need to hurry. Okay, the group called Thought runs a blog in which most articles are locked for the public. Has it been used for planning the assaults? It seems that the Bonton bombings perpetrator yesterday, identified as Nina M., might not have been working alone. Information leaked to us from a reliable source implies she belonged to a Bonton-based group called Thought. This self-proclaimed activist group seems to be behind a number of violent demonstrations that have been held around Bonton. One of the articles of their mostly locked-up blog also quotes from De Gedankens and Vrij, the lyrics occurring in letters spread prior to the bombings. If and how the group is indeed also involved in the bombings is left to speculation for the moment. We have already requested the administrators of the blog for an official statement, but we've yet to receive a response. Man, we're getting so much stuff. All right, let's check this out. All right, this is Langley. Welcome to FBTN Online. Okay, so recurring donation for $1,000. Man, that's crazy. Aha! So there might be something to the connection between Joseph and Nina after all. If we can find one last indication that this might be meant for Nina, that would be enough for investigative custody. We'll have to see. I don't know. Alright. What else do we got? Initiates timeline. We should probably put that he is interested in entertaining the masses, because I feel like that could actually be important now. Entertaining the masses. Because he can only see... So he's hacking because he finds this entertaining. Symes can only see what we put up there. Can you explain to me what's entertaining about defacing and breaking stuff? Nope. Let's see. He says his home is the interwebs. I mean, maybe. It's obviously not true, but we can put it there. Better than nothing. Alright, what else do we got? Internal case file. The government versus Abraham Goldfels. April 6, 2015. Goldfels, Abraham, defense lawyer. Okay, so we need to get back to Abraham. Plaintiff, the government of the nation. Prosecuting attorney, Jeffrey Warwick. Alright, the defendant is accused of breaching the terms of an employment contract with the plaintiff the defendant had entered on March 15th. Okay, he had an employment contract with the government? Interesting. The plaintiff's claim was granted. Abraham Goldfels worked for the government? Are you positive? This is a true surprise to me. I've never heard his name here. Never. Someone must know him if that is true. Why was he sued over breach of contract? Let's see. The plaintiff's claim was granted, though a medical condition of the defendant could be proven by his physician, Dr. Daniel Lyons. The court could see no justification for the defendant's absence from work, since the defendant appears to be in healthy condition at the time of the verdict. The court was able to recognize a breach of the terms of the employment contract, causing substantial losses for the plaintiff by the defendant. The defendant is sentenced to compensate the plaintiff by paying a compensation equal to his previous salary during 6 months' time span. Additionally, the defendant must reimburse any salary he might have received during his absence. This seems to explain a lot. He felt too sick for work, tried to get out, and was charged for it instead, and found guilty. Considering the facts, the bombings are starting to look like a very weird kind of vendetta for me. High time we find Abraham Goldfels. Alright, what do we have here? We have new stuff on the desktop. What do we have? Browser history? Nothing. Anything in the trash? Nothing. What do we have? Mails? Private? Nothing. What's here? We still have... Okay, so we still have something there. But what is here? Feedback on your request? There is this recurring donation that's been going on for some time. Okay. So we don't know what that's in reference to. Okay. The certificate was issued due to Mr. Joseph Langley's outstanding ongoing financial support. Wait, what? Oh, yeah. So this is... Okay. So I think if he got a certificate, then it's probably... That's the financial support. I think that's probably more likely than Nina. Oh, that is what the payments are for. Guess Mr. Langley is off the hook then. Okay. Because I feel like that makes the most sense. The wedding we still haven't figured out about. Harrison O'Donnell. Hey. I feel like we're running super far behind on everything. We have the Sundown Fishing Club. There's... Oh, we can click there. Oh, it's advertised by Watergate Pharmaceuticals. Seems the government just fired the first shots our way. Seems so. I thought they may take longer to trace it all back to thought. I didn't expect that the TNB would openly write about it. Those TNB guys fired me. They did? So quickly? Wow, they must have really loved you. Now, there's another thing. Cass has been arrested, her lawyer told me. What? Alright, let's read about this. Welcome, friend, to a sport of fishing. Have had a tough and stressful day at the office? Your boss doesn't value your work? Documents are piling up on your desk? We've all been there, buddy. That's why we found the Sundown Fishing Club, a club dedicated to men who deserve to cool off after a hard day's work. We are not only into fishing, even if the name suggests that. We barbecue regularly, play cards or other games, and have a good time in general. Let's check back on this. Just as I thought, it couldn't get worse. Yep, but it was about new evidence in the officer injury, not these bombings. Looks like some ugliness is heading our way from all sides. Think the police will follow this lead too? Of course, it's just a matter of time. Harrison, I'm scared. Yeah, don't be. Did you hear the hacker say something? Oh, that. This guy's crazy, completely nuts. I don't know why I ever thought of asking him. Don't get your hopes up. That's suspicious. Oh, darn. What about this lawyer you talked to? Seems like we'll have use for him soon. Joseph says he's busy trying to get Cassandra out. That guy. Understandably so. What would you do if whatever her name was arrested, huh? What would you do if I was? Alright, while they're chatting, let's see. The Sundowners get together every Tuesday and Thursday starting at 7 p.m. at the Savara Lake right between Boynton and Fairview. If you're interested, come meet us at Lakeview Lodge on the south side. You may join the club at a very low monthly fee of $25. Come for the lakeside, but stay for the pint at Sundown Fishing Club. Rules: it's very important to us that as long as you consider yourself a Sundowner, respect our rules. Fish responsibly. Although a fishing license is not required at Savara Lake, we pay regard to the official fishing quota. If you're only in it for the catch, make the release so the fish can see another day. Otherwise, you need to record your catch in writing using one of our official catch lists. Mind the environment. Our property is well maintained, as pleasant place for our members to enjoy. Always take your waste with you. Also, do not light fires outside of the marked areas. Never leave an open fire without supervision. Also, be mindful of noise pollution, so no loud music or raging parties. Potential new members may come and visit any meeting with a current sitting Sundowner and will be regarded as a temp member while they inspect our offerings. Relatives, spouses, children, etc. may visit special public events only after a registration of public participation has been made. Don't forget to present your trophies. In order to participate in the Catch of the Month award, you must present the trophy to the prize jury working 5 working days before the end of each month. All right, so that's basically all there is. There is a club gallery. We'll check that out. Let's see. Yeah, I get it. No need to lecture me, Jules. But Joseph did say he might give us advice if he finds anything. Yeah, of course he will, right after he sends us his invoice. You're not fair. We gotta face it, we're on our own in this. Wait a sec. Huh? He did just text me. Give me a sec. Uh-oh. Let's see what this is about while we look at pictures. This was updated by Kingfisher. And the Catch of the Month trophy goes to Joseph, a red bend trout, 29 pounds. Congrats, mate. Holy cow, that thing is huge. I thought it was a largemouth bass first. Congrats. Thanks, guys. Next week's first round of lager is on me. I wonder where a thing like that comes from. Never seen such a beaut in the Savara. Also, cheers, Joseph. What else do we got? Let's go back to the listener. Hello, Juliet. Oh, hi again. I just had a look at the news. Yeah, it's exactly what we feared. It's looking pretty harsh, yes. But I made an interesting discovery we need to have a word about. I need to talk to you and your colleague, Harrison. Yes, I was just chatting to him. I can set up a conference call. He's eager to meet you. That would be great. Give me a moment. Okay, she's gonna start that up. Let's see what else we got. I declare this year's season closed. That's Dan right there. It takes double the loot. Greedy, Dan, greedy. I take it that violates the quota, doesn't it? I am the quota. Well, even a broken clock is right twice a day, as they say. Let's go ahead and pick that up. This has absolutely nothing to do with chance. Listening, you could occasionally learn a thing, like in this case, too. Alright, this is Goldfels, I think. We'll check it out in a second. Alright. Hello? Hey. Hey, Joseph, this seems to be working. Harrison, I presume? Yeah, and you're the law guy. Right, the law guy. Call me Joseph. Alright, Joseph. I just read things about your group on the TMB. I guess this isn't exactly brightening things up for you. You could say that, so Jules here has big faith in your skills. Joseph, care to elaborate on what you found out? Yes, okay. So you all know the safety bill? Yes. Yes, yeah. All in all, it's an aggregation of the paragraphs to get people behind bars much more easily and to pry in their lives if necessary. If necessary? No, they use it as a sorry excuse for spying on people all the time. Intimidate them. Yes, I understand. What's particularly dangerous about it for you is that individuals might be prosecuted by mere indication of threats to the nation. In specific situations, it would be more than enough to point at a word you said in rage to consider you dangerous. That's enough to hold you for some time. But what's even more problematic for you is the so-called transitivity of indication. What? You're all from a group, an activist group. This links you to one another. Now, if there is sufficient indication that, say, Abraham created thought to commit crimes or even acts of terrorism, well, they have grounds to arrest you all. But we didn't do anything. How is this just? This is so outrageous. They'll twist and then turn their so-called evidence until they get what they need. You need to be very, very careful from now on. We can do something about this, right? We need to explicit evidence showing Abraham created this group to be peaceful. Prove it beyond any doubt. This is why I need to ask you about Abraham, to find out his original intention. Ask away. The two of us were friends for a while, but I never got the feeling he told me a lot about what was going on in his life. He was quite reclusive, okay? Indeed, that's what he was like, except when he was around Thought. How was Thought formed? He found out about me by discovering my blog. Said he wanted to start a debate club. I said, fine. We had a couple of lame meetings. Nothing much happened. A debate club, then? That would be good. That could hardly be regarded as a terrorist cell. Yeah, but Abe was obsessed with getting his message out. Make people aware of what the government was doing. Okay, that could be misinterpreted. What about the protests? And we know why, don't we? He wanted to get out of that contract because of his illness, but the government didn't let him. We went with Nina's plan for the Circle Mall. Alright, so this was Nina's. Where is she? She's right here. And Juliet, at what point did you join Thought? So it was Miss Maternova in the mall after all. It is not going to change much, but at least we know. During my studies, I met Abraham online by chance. He motivated me to take his course. Then Jules took over with the planning for the other two protests. Mr. Goldfels seems quite the charmer. Look at all the people gathered around him. So you would say Abraham intended violence and outrage? No, Abe hated violence and he wanted us to stay peaceful at all times. Our findings so far have shown that Harrison O'Donnell has been involved in the planning of Thought's protests. But since we know that Miss Maternova planned the first protest, this finding now leaves no room for him. Did we make a mistake? Was Mr. O'Donnell not involved in the planning? This is positive. So it was an individual planning this. Did someone in particular incite this? False intentions and bad planning caused this. You, Nina, me, each and every one of us is guilty of deviating from Abe's intentions in their own way. Okay. Jules, you don't know what you're talking about. It was Nina. She neglected Abe's wishes, not us. Is that... What's the conflict? Let's see. Can we see it? Show the conflict? It's these, right? This is the conflict. I think maybe we each... Let's do this. As I don't know. We're gonna do this. Harrison, nobody is innocent here. Not me, not you, nobody. I'm not sure if I'm willing to believe that this is really contradictory to what Abraham Goldfels wanted. If so, why didn't he do anything about it? Ugh, I fear this isn't getting us anywhere. To make sure you won't be prosecuted as a whole group, I will need to speak to Abraham. He's gone. We don't know where and we don't know how to reach him. Sadly, yes. Oh well, I'll need to get back to writing some emails to get Cassandra out of this mess. Of course, I understand. Yeah. I suppose it's going to benefit you two as well if Cassandra is removed from custody, so don't worry, I'll get back to you. Bye, Joseph, and thanks. Yeah, thanks. Don't mention it. Goodbye. Well, your lawyer wasn't too helpful. Come on, give him a rest. This is a complicated situation for all of us. Yeah, so what next? I'd suggest we meet somewhere in town and come up with a good plan. What about the old meeting place? You mean that place? Yeah, of course. Somewhere important to them, huh? Shame they didn't say. But arresting either of them is out of the question at this time anyway. We don't have enough evidence against them. Just need to do something first. Don't let me wait too long, okay? Yeah, see ya. See you there. Alright. What else do we got? Oh wait, this was Abraham Goldfels. So let's add this. Alright. He has been around for some time as a temporary member. Now he has made the best decision of his life and joined us. Please welcome to the club, Abraham. Welcome, Abe. Didn't ask last time. May I call you Abe? Welcome. Saw you around last time. Sadly, didn't have the chance to talk to you. Will do next time. What? You kidding me? I thought we were a club for men. Now we let just about anyone in now? Someone doesn't like him. Is there a problem with Abe, Ron? You bet your butt there is, Dan. We never had in a club, and I prefer to stay that way. I talked to him all evening last Tuesday. Abe seemed perfectly normal. Why do you think this should matter? Yes, Norman, Fred told me he was practically asked out by him. Proof enough that Abraham is gay, in my opinion. Okay, we have that, so conflicting information, which we haven't discovered yet. I don't even know how that's relevant. This is not of relevance, Dan. This is a men's club. Isn't it blatantly obvious what he's trying to do here? He didn't even tell us right away. This secrecy is disgusting. Huh, that's a real bummer. Gays don't bother me, but it's really something we need to discuss first. Rom does have a point there. Would you all please show some decency? You're discussing a man's sexuality on a public online photo gallery. Not only is that irrelevant to begin with, it also does not belong here. I agree. Like, that's just weird. This is the lawyer guy, Joseph. It does belong here, Joseph. Why does he keep this hush-hush? He should have just told us right from the start. Maybe he's only here to enforce the quota or stuff to begin with, so why defend the guy? When we start accepting people like that, we are practically forced to accept women and children too. That wouldn't be the Sundowners anymore, not the one I would want to be a part of. I think leaving the Sundowners is easy than kickbait, isn't it, Dan? Now I get why your wife Barbara divorced you, Jose. That all makes sense. You like other men a little bit too much. Okay, so that does make sense that it's in conflict with that. So Joseph was divorced, right? I think that makes sense. I don't think we should mess with Mr. Langley's private life too much. That isn't what we're after. No, it's not, but it was in conflict with something. Alright. My position as chairman of this club obliges me to a neutral position in this matter. I understand the argument, but Joseph is right. This is not a discussion to be held here. This has also become far too personal. It needs to be discussed between all current active members. We will hold a discussion and vote on this during our next gathering. This thread is closed. Oh man, that is crazy. Alright. Quite a bit of drama there. How many comments are there? So many comments. I know where you live. It's not hard to find out, my dear. Know what I'm going to do now? I'll buy me a sharp little knife, then I'll get to your home. Wait until you show your ugly face. Oh, man. Way to threaten death on a public forum. That's amazing. An unexpected proposal. My thoughts have been interrupted by a work proposal I consider intriguing, yet also disturbing. Dear reader, yesterday a most uncomfortable inquiry reached me. Out of all the possibilities the universe has to offer, this is the one I would have expected last. The government has requested me to work for them. The government, the very same government bringing forth a dangerous safety bill, allowing to prosecute on suggestive evidence alone. I do not understand the nature of this call. They did their research as they were completely aware of my views and all my work at Stellingen. Why would they specifically call on me then? This has got me puzzled to the utmost, and I cannot seem to work out what they would need me for. All I've been told is that my work would be needed on a large-scale, groundbreaking project. Buzzword bereft of meaning. Naturally, they would not elaborate on questions. Naturally, I refused the contract. I have no doubt they will call again. So oh, this is the wrong guy. We add this to Goldfels. Alright, so add this. That might explain things. Goldfels refused at first, then took the contract after all, only to then breach it? Odd. Hey, Goldfels, you can't be serious. I would not want to see you work for the government, Abe. Don't do that. Nothing good has ever come out of anything they've done. You do that, and I'm out. Your most loyal reader. Out, just like that, seriously. My friend, I have no intention to work for the government, yet I wonder what might be the root of all this, whether it is something nefarious they have in store, and whether whatever it might be turns into something good given the right treatment. I don't know. Goldfels. Alright, so date of birth, address, patient, Abraham's address. Well done. I'll request a team for investigation immediately. Somehow I doubt he's around. Continue your work. I'll notify you when the team has reported back to me. Patient has reported increasingly nagging pain in the epigastric region. He experienced for several months, especially during nights, combined with a feeling he described as similar to nausea. Patient also reported decreased appetite, resulting in a loss of weight over the recent months. Patient visited due to a referral of his GP to exclude carcinomas. Sonographic localization of the upper abdomen undertaken shows a dilation of the bile duct in the head of the pancreas. CT undertaken to clarify infestation of lymph nodes surrounding and distant organs shows an infestation of para-aortic lymph nodes. No pathological findings on other organs. Blood sample taken to check for tumor markers, awaiting lab report. A carcinoma, a tumor the size of 2.8 centimeters, has been found on the head of the pancreas. Several parodic lymph nodes metastases have been detected. Oh, cancer? I mean, that could explain his change of behavior. Distant metastases on surrounding organs could not be diagnosed. Unfortunately, the tumor has surpassed the state of being operable due to the metastases found on the para-aortic lymph nodes. The patient has been informed about this circumstance, as well as the fact that the average life expectancy is 6 to 12 months at this state of the cancer, though outliers will live with years to live exist. Which he seemed to receive composedly. Administering palliative chemical treatment to improve the symptoms has been strongly suggested, but has been refused by the patient. That's so harsh, but does this mean the man has nothing to lose? I mean, kind of sounds like that. Is there anything else we can look at there? I don't think so. Let's see, what else do we have? Let's look over here. Do we got any new listeners? We do have some new information here. We've got an important, we can put that on his profile. And had an important meeting on Thursday. Don't know what it was, but we had that. Let's see. Is there anything else here? I'm not seeing anything. Alright. We have debate club invitation. How to start repairing my notebook. That's Juliet, right? Juliet K. Alright. Hey, so I got this new notebook for my studies as a Christmas present from my parents. It was working fine until last week, but after a short presentation at the Media Department Expo, the thing just won't turn on anymore. I think something's loose on the inside. My dad said I should just return it, but I am determined to fix this thing myself. So come at me, clever IT guys and gals. Give me some advice so I can call myself a real DIY expert. I took a picture of the little troublemaker so you can see which make and model I'm talking about. Can someone there tell me where to start and what should I be looking for? Of course. All right, Rosen. Let's read from the Orwell has lost connection to the main server. What? 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 Hello? Hello? This is not good. Oh. The connection to the main server has been reconnected. What is this working? Do you receive my messages? There we go. I just had some kind of strange connection problem. It was like the mainframe had vanished. Still got some data loss between the servers in here. Seems it's all slowly going back to normal again. We had a joker who thought he could intrude our database. InfoSec says they have averted the attack. Huh. Okay. So let's see. Hey Barry, Maria asked me to get some specifics on a project with the internal codename Demiurge. I'll send the authorization key to access requested info separately. Can you get her details on how it functions from a user point of view? The interface, the controls, project milestone dates. We need the data by tomorrow, and Raimi is overseas at the architect thing. The only other person who could get us that quickly I could think of is you. Care to help a new PR assistant out? Okay. Put a USB drive. Let's see, Demiurge. I feel like I've heard that name before, and I don't mean from Greek mythology. Put a USB drive with the material you asked for on her desk. It's tons of documents, including technical details, yet most of the specifics have been redacted by the clients. I hope Maria is aware this stuff is confidential, that it doesn't even exist officially. No list on who got it or is supposed to get which stuff, when, and why. Don't get why PR needs this stuff, but well, I won't stand in the way of Victor's grand vision of information sharing. Ask and thou shalt receive. After all, you had a key. Speaking of the devil, do me a favor and come around personally next time, okay? Even though you've just started here this month, you can for sure already guess what Victor has to say about mail exchanges in the company. Okay, let's check listener, I think. Synchronous over asynchronous communication. Go meet in person always. You're the best, Barry. I rest my case. You're welcome. All right, let's see. Helping hand. I have conducted a talk with the members of Thought. Of course, they claim to be neither involved in the bombings nor to be in contact with Abraham Goldfels. Thought was formed as debate club at first, then it became an activist group. There is this Juliet Carrington, who seems rather harmless, but this Harrison O'Donnell might well be a fanatic. Talking to them gave me the impression that he is Thought's leader, if one can call him that. He openly spoke out against the government and the safety belt. He certainly seems to be the fanatic type. Observe him. Remember our agreement. Oh boy. What else do we got? Stellington. My dear Juliet, you are very welcome to write me in any way you find appropriate, and frankly, I am happy about your open and honest message. Speaking to you, I got the impression that you are a very clever young woman who is afraid to believe in herself, which is a shame because I don't see any reason for it. People will always find a way to be cruel, to be judgmental towards you. That doesn't mean you have to take it to heart. Let me tell you something I rarely tell other people. I came to the nation from Greblington, a tiny village near Stuttgart in Germany, where I still have family. It's one of those places where everyone knows everyone. without any exceptions. My childhood and adolescence were entirely determined by this atmosphere of being watched, evaluated constantly. It was made worse by the fact I felt I could not live up to all the expectations directed at me. I ended up trying to be who people wanted me to be. It was maddening, abysmal, stupidity, horrid for everyone involved. I would never want you to make the same mistake, but it sparked my interest in what I teach, so at least there was something positive to come from it. Come to think of it, I'm part of a small group of people who are just in line with the topics you're interested in. I'm certain you would find yourself appreciated there. I'll give you more information in person in one of my courses, should you continue to attend, which I certainly hope you do. Looking forward to seeing you in the course. Okay. Dangers of Omnipresent Digital Information, an essay by Juliet Carrington. The modern world is in a transitory state towards omnipresence of digital information. Processes, goods, even money transcend their physical form and continue their existence in the abstract form of data, mere units of information that either represent or describe associated object. While this yields a lot of comfort, especially regarding the speed of exchange and accessibility to said processes or goods, naturally this also has a downside. In this essay, I will consider the problems that arise from the nature of the omnipresent and arguably omnipotent information. For this essay, I will focus mainly on two such problems. A, the unlimited reproduction of data, and B, the interpretation of bits. Of this is all crap that isn't the point. You can do better. Okay. What's in sys? Browser history. Oh my, she got a lot of stuff in her browser history. Nothing suspicious though that I can tell. Alright, what about your trash? Greetings from Copacabana. What is this? Who is that? I don't know. Alright, I don't see anything other than that. Help find Gunther Ahrens. Missing persons worldwide. There is always hope to be found. Missing dad and loving dad and husband. What? Gunther Ahrens. That photo seems like it was taken ages ago. Is that a child he's holding? Gunther Ahrens? Age of disappearance 40. Age now 63. Yeah, I'm like, what? How could I possibly miss this? I'm such an idiot. It's legitimate to change your name when immigrating, yet very few people do so. That is what Mr. Goldfels, Ahrens, must have done. Missing since 1993? He was reported missing in 1993, the year he immigrated. What did he do? Let's see. My dear Gunther has been missing for several years now. One day, Gunther did not return from work. Colleagues and friends claim they could not have seen him, nor have any clue where they might have gone to. We put all our hope on the new possibilities of the web to continue our search and maybe find him someday. Gunther, I have not lost confidence that you are still out there. You would never abandon us. You wouldn't. I know if you ever read this, please call or write. Just give us something to know what became of you. We are not mad. We will never be mad. We are just waiting for you. Your loving wife, Margaret, and daughter, Eva Ahrens. I bet this is the conflict with the fishing comment. Yeah. Well, there's a photo there. I think that's more obvious. That's his family? Did he, like, leave them behind? It would seem so. Alright. Obituaries. Public obituaries. Patricia Goodman. Patricia Goodman, our loving mother, died peacefully on Thursday at the age of 83. Okay, I don't see any information there. Rachel Whitfield was full of life until the very end. What? What? Gunther Ahrens, age 63, passed away at his home near Bonton. Though he was friends with many, very few knew the true person behind his gentle smile. Although his achievements in life were numerous, Gunther was a person always filled with self-doubt. There is no wonder, considering the world wronged him over and over again. Yes, he had his mistakes. He wasn't innocent. Who is? Gunther always did what he thought was right. He deserved better. I will miss you dearly, my friend. You're telling me we have been chasing a dead man all this time? This is downright impossible. I mean, he did write an email to Nina Maternova just yesterday, didn't he? Oh, I'm beginning to hate the fact that we can only look at points of data without knowing the full story. The truth is there, but I just don't see it. Screw all of this. Screw Orwell. Orwell. I need to think. Look at all the facts again. Just watch for a while and let me know if anything new happens, okay? All right. So the report from the team at Abraham's address just came in. It was completely abandoned. No furniture left. Nothing, which is no longer a surprise, I guess. I mean, yeah, it makes sense. We have listener, a gift for you. Attacking Orwell worked, but not for long, and not again. Not this way. I got you a gift, though. Let's see. Where are you, initiate? Take a look at your thought web server. Handle with care. This guy was behind the back-end breakdown. I should have known. That's why it was so pathetic. All right. What else do we have? The Orwell project? Oh, no. Oh, no. With all the new people on our site, proper introductions are in order. Why, hello there. Where did all those people come from? Might it be due to the fact that the biggest newspaper in the nation just published an article on us? Didn't think they still had an audience that large. The irony is not lost on me. We tried and tried to get our message through, but whatever we did, it wasn't enough to get your attention. And now you show up on our doorstep, uninvited, yet still wanting attention. Welcome in, bienvenue, welcome. Now that you're here, let's have a small chat, shall we? I've got someone here who's desperately eager to meet you all. World, meet my first good friend, Benjamin Costigan. Benjamin, meet the world. On first sight, Benjamin seems like a fine man, doesn't he? He's 32, in his best years, lives in a cozy house, even has a pregnant fiancée named Amy Peters. Never would you guess what a terrible secret he hides. I am not friends with Oh, that's him. Where did that come from? I'll grant you to add more if there is any. I want to know. I need to know. That is him. Oh, no. He has a pregnant fiance. Oh, whoops. We need to... Where is he? Right here. So we have a photo. No. Pregnant fiance. No, no, no. See, Benjamin here is a government agent in a project they apparently call Orwell. Never heard of it. No surprise. I hadn't either. They don't want us to know. At least not yet. Orwell makes it mind-numbingly easy to spy on all of you just with a few mouse clicks. Ordinary people recruited from anywhere in the world make those mouse clicks seem as if it were all just a game. Are you stepping outside, breaking the fourth wall? Then there's Benjamin. He is a guy who receives your data, has an elaborate look at it and says, this is the one we'll put in jail. This is the one's life we're going to screw up. That's one heck of a job, isn't it? Now you might be asking, where did this Hancock fellow get this information from? The answer is, from the Orwell project itself, because the thing isn't even secure. No, I don't expect you to believe me just like that. I'd like to propose something better. Go and ask Benjamin. Oh yeah, I must have forgot that you don't know him. No problem. Oh, here's his address. Oh no, he's been doxxed. How is this possible? This cannot be happening. I need to go home now. You need to know that your address is out there. If you would kindly visit him and send him my best regards, that would be much appreciated. We'll take care of the guys who sit on the other side of this Orwell project who dig through all your personal files and grin while they look at your nude photographs. Thought is your friend. We'll get them for you. Promise. This is not good. Do we just leave? Are you sure you want to finish your work for today? I guess so. We've processed everything, right? There's no unprocessed data chunks. I don't know what has happened to him. don't know. I'm at a shock. So all of our expectations have just been turned on their head. Abraham Goldfels isn't even alive, or something weird is going on with him. Did he fake his own death? Who is actually in charge of all this? What is Initiate doing? And Benjamin Symes, he's been doxxed. What is even going to happen the next time that we talk to him? This is crazy. I don't even know what to think of all this. This is absolutely insane. I'm flabbergasted. This is every day that we do this. It never turns out the way we expect. There's always some kind of twist or turn. And man, today had the craziest twists and turns. Our prime suspect isn't even alive. And our contact to Orwell got doxxed. And Orwell got hacked. And now everyone's going to know about Orwell, which is, if our job even exists tomorrow, it's going to be that much harder. So, man, it's going to be insane what the next day will bring. But I hope you guys will join me in the next episode. So, if you like this kind of content, please make sure to like, subscribe, follow, share, all that good stuff. If you want to watch live, we're on Twitch at twitch.tv/LeAR27. I have my schedule posted in the about and in the description. And if you want to see which games we're playing each day, I post them on x.com/LeAR27. And I hope you'll join me in the next one. Until then, guys, bye.